Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week. This is for mid-February 2025. You have this Great and Full card and this Body and Soul card that rhymes, so that's nice. But the Great and Full card reminds me of like the Ace of Cups. You know, it's obviously about being grateful and focusing on being grateful. The Ace of Cups is all about focusing on flow in your life. Like, sure, it could represent love, but, you know, there's kind of like more to life than that. So, you know, I look at it as a card of like focusing on gratitude and kind of creating more flow in your life. So instead, getting rid of the struggle, right? And I definitely feel that. You have that Body and Soul card as well, and it is pretty much for all three water signs a great time for self-care, focusing on yourself, paying attention to how you talk about yourself as well, and like the words that you use against yourself. So I would focus on all of that. You start with the Ten of Swords. It's like your only challenging card here, really. So the Ten of Swords can represent feeling stabbed in the back, can represent a difficult ending, and, you know, can represent reaching rock bottom, and, you know, maybe this is where you have been. It can also just represent a blessing in disguise. He's making a symbol right here with his hand, and it represents a blessing. So, yeah, he's coming off of a difficult period of time, but he is experiencing like a new blessing, which definitely could be coming in for you. I mean, the rest of the reading is very positive, so I wouldn't worry too much about this. Your crossing energy, which is the energy of what can hurt you or help you in a Celtic cross, is the Hangman. Now, I feel that Hangman could be what helps you in this case, because the Hangman is all about seeing things from a different perspective. And so if something difficult happened to you in the past, the Hangman could say that you need to look at it and you need to see the blessing in the situation, no matter how difficult it was. So, you know, again, if you are thinking about a difficult situation, or, you know, if something difficult from the past is holding you back from success now, I would look at that situation and say, like, what was the blessing? You know, what lesson did I learn? What did I get out of this? Or, you know, the blessing could be that you avoided something as well. So, you know, like I said, look for the blessing, and it's time for progress. Your outcome card is the Two of Wands. The thing with the Hangman is that he's gained enlightenment, but he isn't moving forward. The Two of Wands, he's staying stuck in a comfort zone, so he's just like looking at something that he wants or thinking about it, but he needs to make a move. So, you know, all your readings for the past like 3 months have basically said it's time to make a move. Next, in the area of your thoughts or what's on your mind, you have the Two of Cups. You could be thinking about love, but not necessarily. The Two of Cups can be you and your higher self, and it's coming up in the area of your thoughts or what's on your mind. So a lot of you could be, without realizing it, you could be communicating with your higher self, like in your dreams, your daydreams, random thoughts that pop into your head, random gut instincts or intuitions that you're having throughout the day. I would be paying attention to all that, because all those things could be leading toward, you know, those things are basically guidance. I mean, you have the Judgment card also in the area of your future feelings. And the Judgment card has the higher self angel on it. And the higher self angel is trying to get those people out of the coffins. Ten of Swords. The guy on the Ten of Swords is dead. It doesn't get much worse than the Ten of Swords, right? And so the whole point here is, like, I feel like your higher self is trying to get you to move forward to something new. You know, it's trying to get you to move forward into some like blessings or something that's going to make you happy or make you grateful, like that Great and Full card says. What, you know, so I would be tapping into your higher self, or, you know, meditating, carving out time to listen to your higher self. All that would be great for you. Next, you have the Knight of Pentacles, another card of making a move. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that isn't making a move in the tarot. This is showing up, by the way, in the area of your foundation. And so he has a solid foundation. He could easily plant seeds in this field here, and they would grow. He just has to get started. So, you know, again, the whole reading says, you know, basically, you have everything you need. You just have to get started, and then you will experience growth. So I feel it is time for Cancer to experience growth and forward progress. You know, the Knight of Pentacles isn't all bad. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is a card of progress. So it's slow progress, but it's progress nonetheless. And I do feel like you could be making progress at this time. Next, in your past position, this is the energy that you are moving past. You have this card. It says, the time is now. It says, it is time to act without hesitation. Move past the old and move forward. You have this make your mark card. It says stick to a decision and don't allow any outside forces to sway you. There you go. So I feel even though it's coming up in your past, maybe you've already made a decision, or maybe you already have your eye on something you want to accomplish, because you also have the Ace of Pentacles here. And I feel this is saying like it's time to act. It's time to start getting this to grow. You have so much garden imagery here. You have this abundance card coming up in your next row. The Knight of Pentacles just has to plant seeds. You have the Nine of Pentacles as well. She has grown something. There's a garden right here on the Ace of Pentacles. All we have to do with the Ace of Pentacles is nurture the opportunity and it will grow. So whatever you have your eye on, I feel this is saying it's time to act. As I already said, it's time to make your move and, start making progress. Pretty simple. Next, in the area of your very near future, you have this abundance card and this action card. So the action card clearly, do I need to do it again? Here, Cancer, it's like time to take action, time to make a move. You have the abundance card. It's going to be abundant, or there's going to be growth in whatever it is that you're doing. The thing about the temperance card, which you also have in the very near future, is that sometimes I feel like he is trying to perfect his situation. He has this path here with this glowing crown. This is called the path to glory. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes I feel, especially in a reading like this, that he could easily just get onto that path and get working towards his goal. Like there's nothing, he really doesn't have to perfect anything anymore. He just needs to get started. And I kind of get that feeling here. I do also feel that this reading, there is a lot of guidance in this reading. Like you have a lot of imagery that would represent your higher self or your guides. Like even the temperance card is the temperance angel. It's like your angels are watching over you. Two of Cups, you and your higher self. Judgment, your higher self. So clearly, your higher self or the universe or whatever you believe in is pushing you in this direction, or is pushing you towards this glowing crown, whatever it is. It's clearly an opportunity that you already see with the Ace of Pentacles. And it could be any area of your life. I'm speaking very generally here, but I literally feel that Ace of Pentacles could be anything. Could be love, could be business, could be your career, could be a move with the Two of Wands. It could just be you taking the lead with the Two of Wands on something in your life as well. But whatever it is, I feel it's time to kind of like make a move towards it, because the path exists. All you have to do is start walking down that path and you will get the glowing crown. So that's what I would do here. This is also a card of change. So, there might be the other thing that's popping into my head here is that there are, clearly whatever you want, there are some changes that would have to be made. And, maybe that is holding you back a little bit, but, I feel you will make those changes that you need to make. Next, in the area of your outcome, you have this promotion. It says elevated earnings come hand in hand with heightened responsibilities. And there is something about this, right, with the temperance card as well. This doesn't have to be a promotion. It could be anything. But it's like sometimes we get into a situation, we do have to make changes. Like, if you're, even in love, like if you might be interested in a person where you would have to level up to be with that person. But I am getting something about that with this card, where it's like maybe you are seeing that you would have to work. Same thing with money. Obviously, it's like if you're growing a business, there might be more responsibility, which can be scary. You have this creator card. It says your creativity is your superpower on your path to prosperity. Yes, we are in a very creative time. I tell everyone that they should be being more creative. It's like creative solutions are what's going to win nowadays, right? So I would be creative, come up with wacky ideas, try them, see what happens. Create the cringe is what I feel. It's like, yeah, there might be a lot of cringy moments, but whatever you're doing, but when you have that win, that's all people will remember. So, create those wins. You have the Nine of Pentacles showing up in the area of the next few months, which is amazing. It's pre-Empress energy. It's feeling abundant. It's feeling grateful as well. It is a card of gratitude and luxuries. And we start with that grateful card. So I feel practicing more gratitude would be a good idea for you. She also has grown these grapes behind her. And we see a ton of growth in this reading. The reading is encouraging you to nurture something so that it does grow. And I feel like that should be your focus in this reading. And so she has these grapes behind her, and grapes in the tarot represent something that's very difficult to grow, but she can do it well. So the whole point of the grapes is that you have a skill that maybe is difficult for other people, but it's something you can do well, and you need to use that skill, whatever it is, because it will make you more successful. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Knight of Swords. I'm not like the biggest fan of the Knight of Swords. I don't feel too bad about it in your reading, but one thing I would be careful of, you are born very close to Leo, and Leo always gets this message, so that's why I'm saying that. If you have Leo in your chart, I would definitely, I would extra pay attention to this message, is what I would say. And the thing about the Knight of Swords is that he can represent people who rush into your life and they scream like the sky is falling, right? And, a good example is like maybe you have someone who's like, everybody at work is going to get fired. It's like they freak out and they tell you something really quickly. And so I would be careful. This doesn't say that those people are bad people. It just says, be careful of the messages that you're getting from the people in your life because, it's not that they're bad people, like I said, but they just might not have all the details. So before you jump to conclusions for the rest of the month, I would say for the entire month of March as well. Really, I would say for until May, no jumping to conclusions. No, just especially if you have that feeling, you have one of those feelings where someone tells you something, you just freak out and you just, without even thinking about it. Usually when that happens, you're not thinking about things clearly, right? So if that happens, recognize it and just slow things down and then think about it. I don't feel all that bad though here with this card. Again, this card can represent picking up momentum. And so I kind of get that message that a lot of you could be building momentum in your life. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is like a wake-up call. It can represent your higher self calling you to step out of the coffin. Again, the coffin represents your old life. Outside the coffin is your new life. So you are clearly being called to greatness is probably what this is here, Cancer. So I would answer the call and, do something new. Or don't be afraid to change or move in new directions with the Judgment card. With the Judgment card, we're always getting closer to our purpose. And so some of you might be discovering like a new purpose here or a new direction that you should move in. Your outcome is the Two of Wands, which is really good. Two of Wands is a card of progress. There are some things that he needs to do to make that progress. He needs to get out of his castle. This represents his comfort zone. He needs to get out into the world and go have an adventure or, learn new things or have new experiences. But overall, very positive. Something is definitely complete. We start with the Ten of Swords, and then he has this wand behind him, and that wand stands on its own. The whole point of the Two Wands is that he needs to realize that something from the past is complete. There's no more work that he can do on whatever this wand is in his life to make it any better. He just has to work on this new wand, which is like an exciting new adventure, something that he desires, something that he wants to create with that creator card, and that's what I would be doing with the Two of Wands, is like moving into the future, moving towards something new, bigger, better, whatever. With the Ten of Swords and the Hangman, you have the Ten of Cups. A lot of people have been getting Ten of Cups. I really feel that the reason is not love. I feel like the reason that this keeps coming up for people is because we are in a time where we really have to focus on happiness. And, I think I believe in the whole two worlds, but I think we've already entered into the new earth or whatever you want to call it. But I feel we just, we haven't filled it yet with good stuff. And, it's like there are two worlds. And you can see this all over the place. Like things are splitting, things are kind of, it's almost like there are two ways people can choose to live. And I feel that we should choose happiness, of course, and our heart at this time. And, while the old system kind of goes away. And so the Ten of Cups I feel is encouraging people at this time to focus on doing things that bring more happiness into their lives. With the Two of Cups, you have the Five of Pentacles. Some of you could be feeling lonely here, but it's like in your head, The Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. The Five of Pentacles wants you to focus on your strengths. So not really a love reading, but if you are looking for love, the Five of Pentacles says you have to get out there and meet new people, or you need to stop saying that people won't love you, or that maybe there's something that you think is a weakness of yours that wouldn't make you attractive or whatever. And I would be working on all those things. Again, Nine of Pentacles, that's pre-Empress energy. She does not focus on the reasons why people wouldn't like her. She focuses on, even if there's only one good reason that people would like her, she focuses on that. And with the Knight of Pentacles, you have the World. This reading really is saying you have the whole world in your hands, but you have to, obviously make progress with that Knight of Pentacles. the world is an accomplishment or an achievement, and so it's kind of like you have an achievement in the palm of your hand, but you just have to start making, start creating or making progress towards that achievement. I really feel most of you know what this is because of the Ace of Pentacles, and also you have that Make Your Mark card, which says stick to a decision and don't allow outside forces to sway you. I feel like I've been saying this to you for weeks. Like, you really need to listen to yourself and not other people. And so you probably already have a goal in mind, or an achievement or something you want to create with that Ace of Pentacles, and I would. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Tower. So this is luckily it's coming up in the past. The Tower, personally, I don't mind the Tower. The Tower is about reality. This could be a shock to the system. Like, it could be you seeing a reality for what it is. It's like maybe you do have the goal with the Ace of Pentacles, but you see all the work that you have to do. That could be a Tower moment. It's like when we see something that we really want, but then we start to think about it, we see all the obstacles, which is kind of like seeing the reality of the situation. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it either. It just means that you have to overcome those obstacles, and you will if you put in the work. With the Temperance card, you have the Lovers. Yeah, I mean, there could definitely be love here coming in. I feel this is something, I feel like you just need to go and get it here, Cancer. I really don't have any good advice for you. Throw spitballs, run them over with your car when you see them on the street. I don't know. You have to create some sort of situation where you talk with this person, right? Because I feel like there's no talking going on, just judging by the cards here. So, there you go. I just gave you 2 great ways to do it. Oh, here you go. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Chariot. Hit them with your car. Like I said, there you go. Don't do that. I'm sure someone's going to do that, and then I'm going to get arrested. So don't hit them with your car. That was a joke if you're going to take that seriously. But you have the Chariot, which is a big victory or big win. And definitely a great card for moving in a new direction as well. The whole entire reading is encouraging you to move towards something new. He's leaving the city behind and moving in a new direction. You always get the Chariot with me. The Chariot is your card as well. So you're showing up in a very strong position. I mean, literally over the next few months, you could just be feeling stronger, or you could just be feeling more driven, building momentum as well. The Knight of Swords and the Chariot are both cards of building momentum, things speeding up and moving in the right direction. So this looks really good. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Temperance card, which we have twice here. See, this is like going from patience to something that moves very quickly. So if the Knight of Swords is love, this could be a connection. If you are attracting love, it could be something that ends up moving very quickly. Now, I definitely would not rush at this time. I mean, we have Venus going retrograde. I always tell people I think it's perfectly fine to date during retrogrades. Just take your time, and also realize that things might look different after the retrograde. That does not have to be a bad thing. That could be a good thing. But again, could be something that moves very quickly. With the Judgment card, you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, Eight of Swords is only seeing one way of doing things when there are many. And with the Judgment card, it's like you're being called to do something, but maybe you're feeling like you're not going to do it. And so the Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. I feel like this is a reading that's saying Cancer needs to not hold back. I feel like Cancer needs to kind of like unleash the beast and start making big moves, right? Be confident, be bold. Yeah, people are going to have something to say about it, but who cares? With the Two of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, get total fulfillment, right? It's like if you step out of the castle and go on the adventure with the Two of Wands, you will find everything you ever wanted. Nine of Cups is total fulfillment, so there could be a lot of fulfillment coming in for you, but I feel you have to go and get it. And so that's what I would do here with the Nine of Cups is, go on the journey of fulfillment, or, go on the journey of creating fulfillment for yourself. And I feel that would be amazing. This is even more amazing. These are very good cards. These two wanted to come out together. You have this ear card. It says good news. You have this barrel. It says you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So you could be getting good news about one of those areas of your life with this card, which is great. You have this moon card. It says changes in your life. I mean, we're in a time of great change. Change comes up in every single reading now. So, it's pretty obvious. You have this crown. It says honor and respect will come to you. I feel that you also have this card next that says throne, and it says position of authority. So, both cards, crown and throne, they're both like very similar. And the Two of Wands, he's standing at the top of his castle. It's like you could be discovering your new castle or kingdom, which I feel, now that I say that, I'm pretty sure I've said that to you before, Cancer. So it is clearly time for you to discover your crown or your castle or whatever. It's kind of interesting that Mars retrograde in Leo. Mars is retrograding currently in your sign, Cancer, and it will go direct on the 23rd. So Leo, kingdom, right? So, or becoming a king. So I feel it's a great time for you to, step into your power or to, claim some sort of authority in your life. You have this position of authority card. A lot of you could be trying to become an authority or get attention. It is a great time for attention, so I would do it. And finally, you have this Tiger card. It says, doing something risky, taking a chance. There you go. The whole entire reading basically says that you need to take a chance, or, sometimes I feel with the Two of Wands, it's kind of like fool-ish energy, like we have to take a leap of faith, kind of. So it could be time for you to do that as well. But really good, Cancer. I like this a lot. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.